Clemson Memorial Stadium. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the LSU Tigers and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. The handoff to Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Hard running there. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Running inside. It's Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clemson jumps to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. 1st down.
Clemson set up with another 1st down. The run inside. It's Johnson.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Making side adjustments here. The give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a man. Throwing right. He makes a catch. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every...
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Clemson.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
So now it's second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Durham. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. To the air, it's Levitt. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, that's why this guy's one of the best receivers in the country. Even when he's double covered, he's open. He's able to make the catch and get the first down.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Running inside. It's Johnson. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Reads it, fires complete. Powers through. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll give it to Johnson. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Looking to fire. Using his feet to buy time. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires left. Pulls it in. It's Moore. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the crowd. There's some room. Touchdown, Clemson. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Number 81 set to kick this one off.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Bang it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. against 11. Rushes on him. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? With the draw, it's Durham. Makes his man miss.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Throw to the right side. That's Wilson. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
The field goal is no good. Looking for a little juice and energy with a field goal. You don't get it, and guys, you're still down by 16.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Quarterback may change this route. The run inside. It's Johnson. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Rides to the back. Breaks the tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clemson is quick to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now the Tigers will spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Delayed handoff. It's Davidson. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Middle Tennessee State taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Blue Raiders coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Could not make his way to the corner.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirt.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Got a man. It's Green. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Durham. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense. But coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch. But advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
You got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know the
guys look at this and surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going to take a shot. Makes a catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, it had to start somewhere for this offense and this quarterback, and they finally find some life here early in the second half. That was a first half to forget, no question about it. And obviously, there's a lot of work still to be done, but it's all about momentum. And getting that touchdown pass, David, that just may spark things for him and this offense.
Well, and obviously building this deficit, they're not going to be able to run the football like they want to. It's going to be on his shoulders. So to watch him come out focused, with a plan, the second half adjustments are going to be crucial, but it's going to be on his shoulders, and that's a good start, and they've cut into this lead, but it's going to have to continue to be through the air with this passing attack.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short in the first down.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Now facing a third and long. He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He rifles one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Back to throw, it's Levin. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got his man on the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like, he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends, they got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end. But they'll have it first and goal.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Here's Durham. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense changing the play. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it first and 10 just outside the 40. The run inside. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth.
LSU 14.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first.
Timeout.
They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down.
Wide 53! Wide 53!
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Clemson jumps to the line.
Enter! Brush! Wilson! Hey! Wilson!
From the gun on third down. Makes the catch. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Man, 29 marker. Man, 2-9 marker.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5. It's 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Davidson. Across the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Tigers are back on top. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caden Durham again. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the change to measure this one. And the Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
Pressure coming. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. LSU quick to the line.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Dropping back, it's Levin. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job handing off to him and getting the first down, but with the scoreboard looking how it does, you've got to throw the ball. You've got to go hurry up, you've got to get plays running quickly, and you've got to throw it down the field to get back in this game.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone.
Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
LSU lining up first and goal. They want to throw it. Trying to set up the screen. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking for a man, it's Levin. Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Just keep slinging it into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Why not double the try total and go for 2? He's looking to throw. Bring in the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. A few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Reese, productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Here's a little room there. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. And as the quarterback takes a knee, that clock keeps dwindling away, now under a minute to play. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a knee.